sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might. It did its very best to make the billows smooth and bright. But this was odd, you know, because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done.
It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose, the Walrus said, that they could get it clear?
Oh, I doubt it, said the Carpenter. He shed a bitter tear.
Oh, oysters! Come and walk with us,
the Walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along this briny beach, but we cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each. Oh, the eldest oyster looked at him. Never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye but shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed.
But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their faces washed, their coats were brushed, their shoes were clean and neat.
And this was odd, you know, because they had not any feet. Well, 4 more oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore.
Well, the Walrus and the Carpenter walked on a mile or so, and there they rested on a rock, conveniently low, and all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. The time has come, the Walrus said, to speak of many things, of shoes and ships, of sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, of why the sea is boiling hot, and of whether pigs have wings. Oink, oink.
Oh, but wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have the chat, for some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat.
Oh, no hurry, said the Carpenter, and they thanked him much for that.
A loaf of bread, the Walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Some pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. And now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed.
Oh, but not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue.
After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do.
The night is fine, the Walrus said. Do you admire the view?
It was so kind of you to come, you are so very nice. And the Carpenter said nothing but, cut us another slice. I wish you're not quite so deaf, I've had to ask you twice.
Now speak up.
Well, it seems a shame, the Walrus said, to bring them such a trick, after we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. And the Carpenter said nothing but, the butter spread too thick.
Well, I weep for you, the Walrus said. I deeply sympathize.
With sobs and tears he sorted out those of the largest size, holding a pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes.
Oh, it's just terrible.
Oh, oysters, said the Carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But the answer came there none, and this was scarcely odd because they'd eaten everyone.